Hey guys! So in my last video, I talked about going to the White Barn store and how at that store they had the failed Bath & Body Works test candles. So some of them that we had heard about were coming out but didn't make it nationwide. So they're not in all Bath & Body Works stores. It looks like some of the, at least, White Barn candle stores are still carrying those scents. I saw when I was there Holly Jolly Christmas, Pink Peppermint Twirl, Holiday Apple Crisp. Those three I purchased and will be doing individual reviews on, starting with this one. And I also saw Chestnuts Roasting, Snow and Slopes, some of the other, I think Holiday, some of the other candles that are not in the Bath & Body Works stores. So should you go to a White Barn candle store if it's not really close to you? Like for me, it's a 3-hour round trip. So, and some of you might live kind of drivable to one, but aren't really sure if you should do it. Well, that's what I'm going to try to help you decide by reviewing the three that I did get. And Holly Jolly Christmas, I wanted to do this one first because I heard that it is going, I think I heard this on Instagram, it's going to be the Black Friday candle this year. So last year on Black Friday, they had the buttercream mint candle. You could only get it on Black Friday. And then it came back at the semi-annual sale. I saw a couple then too. This year, it looks like it's going to be this one. So is it worth it? If you aren't planning on going to the mall on Black Friday and braving the crowds anyway, should you go just for this? That's what I'm going to try to answer for you in this review. So I enlisted my mom's help on this one because it's a pine scent and she is the pine person. She loves pine. She has a lot of different pine candles and she especially loves citrus and pine. If you've watched my videos, you know that already. I say that a lot, I feel like. And this candle, the description is, have a holly jolly Christmas with this festive blend of bright mandarin, red pomegranate, and fresh balsam. I picked this one up particularly because I figured I could give it to her. I would burn it, review it, and then she could have it. I knew that it wasn't really going to be my thing because I'm not really a pine person. So what I did is I burned it a little, and then I decided I would give it to her, let her burn it, give me her thoughts, and then she gave it back to me for the review. I will say my first impression of it is that I don't, even though it says mandarin and pomegranate, unfortunately, I'm just not really getting much of that. It really just smells like another pine scent to me. Very similar to Merry Mistletoe. Very similar. And I actually have a Merry Mistletoe here that I took from my mom's house. She puts the labels on the bottom for some reason. And so I can't read the description on it. But some of you know that Merry Mistletoe is kind of like a pine scent with a hint of citrus in there. And they smell very similar too. So I wish I had the new green Merry Mistletoe. I don't, but it's the same thing. This one is warm right now, so it still smells really strong. It's very hard to discern a difference. They are really, really similar. Not exactly the same, and this one might have a tiny bit more citrus. This one smells a little mustier. Maybe that's just because it's old, the Merry Mistletoe. But there is not a lot of citrus in this. I mean, citrus is so light and pine is so strong. When you put them together, it has to be a balance where you have a lot more citrus than pine, because otherwise it's just going to smell like pine. And as I've been burning this, it's really just smelled like pine, very like fresh balsam. Not too much different than that candle, maybe a little less intense pine-wise, but it's not citrus. I'll share with you the text message I got from my mother last night, which I thought was hilarious. She says, and remember, she is the one, she has a ton of different pine candles, and she loves citrus and pine. So after burning Holly Jolly this afternoon and again this evening, it's more half balsam, parentheses, smells like comet to me, half fermented fruit. So less pine than Merry Mistletoe and way less than fresh balsam. I hate balsam. It's too bitey. I love Fraser fir. Why can't they do that pine? It's been popular for years in candles. And really, why can't they just make winter citrus wreath a candle? Okay, so that's what she says. So less pine than Mary Mistletoe and less pine than fresh balsam, and I agree, but still mostly pine, and you're not getting a lot of citrus in here. And I knew she would say the last thing she said, which is that citrus wreath soap and pocket back that they have out this year, that's great. And even I like it, not being a pine person. And what that is it's like 2/3 citrus and maybe 1/3 pine. So you smell both, and that's really great. So Bath & Body Works, if you are watching this, my mom wants me to tell you, make citrus wreath a candle. Okay, so mostly citrus, little bit of pine. And also, why do all your pine candles, she was saying this to me again tonight when I picked this up from her, why are all the pine candles balsam? She says, I feel like Bath & Body Works, they always do balsam. Why don't they do Fraser fir or... And then she listed off some other types of pine, and again, I don't remember, I don't really know, but yeah, I mean, they are all kind of balsam, and that's how I feel about the pine candles too. They've got evergreen, they've got fresh balsam, they've got alpine frost, and they've got this one, and they all kind of smell very similar. They're not different enough. And if... since this didn't make tests and it's not everywhere, I've got to say that that would be why I think it didn't make it, because it's not terrible. It's not bad. My mom really doesn't like it at all. Like, she's not going to keep it. I'm going to try to return it, but who knows? Because I don't know if White Barn has the same return policy as Bath & Body Works does with the whole, like, you can only do 6 and 90 days. And this is an honest return. I really thought my mom would love this, and I bought it for her, and she really hated it. So it's not like I bought it thinking I was going to return it or knowing I was going to return it at all. But I think I do want to return it. I don't want it. She doesn't want it. My sister didn't want it. She was like, ugh, none of us wanted it. So I called White Barn, actually, and asked if they had the same return policy as Bath & Body Works with the 6 and 90 days. And the guy on the phone didn't really know, but he was like, no, I don't think so. And so I'm going to go there and I'm going to return it. And I'm going to be mad if I drive 3-hour round trip to return a candle and they won't let me. Like, I'm kind of going that direction anyway is why I'm doing it, but still. Their receipts do not say that you can only return 6 and 90 days on the White Barn receipts. This is the way that all the Bath & Body Works receipts that I've seen do now. But it does say we will scan your ID for the reason of preventing return abuse on the receipts. So we'll see. I've never returned anything at White Barn yet, but if they lump in all of their data with Bath & Body Works, who knows if they'll let me. But going back to this candle, I would conclude that you're not missing out on much, and there is no reason to go crazy over this on Black Friday. If it is the one-day Black Friday candle, there's definitely no reason to pay a lot of money for it on eBay or even drive great lengths to get it at a White Barn store, because it's so similar to all the other balsam candles that they have out. It's alpine frost, fresh balsam, Mary Mistletoe. Mary Mistletoe is probably the closest. You get those, you get the same effect. It's not, performance-wise, it's been good, though. Out of the 3 that I bought, it pulled out the fastest, pulled out really quick. And the strength is nice, and the throw is nice. It's strong enough, but it's not in your face. Throw-wise, it was filling this room. I mean, you can see it's a big room. You can see all the way back there. And I could get a whiff of it when I was, like, right there in the kitchen, but not much further than that. And so that's, it's a medium to high strength and throw, but it's just not special. It's just not unique, and it's not different enough from other things. In conclusion, Bath & Body Works, make a citrus wreath candle for my mom, please, where it's mostly citrus with a little bit of pine. But for all my viewers out there, Holly Jolly Christmas is nothing great. You're not missing out on anything super special, so don't feel bad that this one didn't go nationwide. It's basically the same as Mary Mistletoe. Lastly, one of my wicks keeled over sideways when I blew it out. Isn't that fun as well? So that'll do it for this one. I will have reviews posted for Pink Peppermint Twirl and Holiday Apple Crisp soon, as well as a couple other videos that I've got in my back pocket. So until then, I'll see you on Instagram. Stay tuned, subscribe, comment. Later.